Yes, exactly. Okay, let's keep. Okay, let me envision how this makes me feel. This is horrifying. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I am seeing waves in a book and words in the ocean. The words are ROLLER. Roller. Roller.
I didn't care what it was. I ate it mainly because I liked the texture. I liked how it was crispy.
Woo!
I know you hate it. Hold on.
Roller on ice. Sinking. I'm doing contemporary art. Just seeing this. Do you see this? Do you see this in your head? I'm getting a vision. A vision. Here's a thought to think about. Like most thoughts are. What if artists, people who make the art, don't actually have a message behind it, you know? What if a lot of us don't have a message? What if I'm not making a piece with a vision in mind, you know? What if that's not the case? What if I want you to interpret it? What if it's literally made so that you can put a meaning behind it? Because I feel like a lot of us out here just draw what we see or draw what we feel. There's not really words behind it. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of my pieces do. Like, there's a vibe there. There's an energy there. There's a history there. There's something there, but I can't put a word on it. I can't put a story behind it. It's just a little weird to me. And that's where I look at y'all. I'm like, hey, do you find a meaning in it? It might not be my personal meaning because, again, all my thoughts are not really coherent. They're not like real. Scoot back. They're not like real thoughts. They're not like thoughts that I can be like, what are you thinking about? And then I can be like, oh, well, here is the script in my brain that is playing out right now. It's not like that for me. It's not. Like, what do you see here? Other than the like words on here, like waves in the ocean and pages in a book, whatever the fuck that means. I literally just like closed my eyes and started seeing like waves in my head. And I was like, let me just, I don't know. Like you saw. What if I don't have a meaning behind this? Does it always have to have a meaning? Does everything have to have a meaning behind it? Does everything have to? What if the meaning behind it is there's no meaning behind it? Would you accept that? Would you accept that answer? Would you? Because like a lot of people need a meaning and they need a label for everything. And it, you know what? It makes sense. It gives you a place of belonging and security. But for people that don't grow up in that or don't like, that's not a normal for them, sometimes being loosey-goosey is comfortable. Sometimes not having a thought behind the things you make is comfortable. Maybe that is the message. That could be super meta. That could be super fucking mind-blowing and a little bit too intense. Understandable. But I feel like a lot of the time, there's just this crazy energy that's just like sits in your soul, in your heart, or whatever what's behind here, whatever's there, whether it be in the spiritual, in the physical, the emotional, mental, whatever, is not tangible. It's not something that can be expressed in words. Oftentimes we say like, you know, this is hard to express. It's hard to explain. It's a lot of restlessness in there. And that could be telling of a way bigger thing. But everything having a meaning, I feel like kind of takes away the joy in a lot of things. I feel like a lot of the craziest things that we see and a lot of the craziest things that we feel are things that are like not that big of a deal, really. Like the best moment, like the best memories, the best things I can recall in life are little mundane things like walking on the beach or eating an ice cream at like midnight outside You know? Like it's little things. It's never like a big thing. Solitary moments by myself. Art pieces that I make when I'm unable to speak, when I'm unable to express myself in that way. It is a tool. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Which is why I feel like I want to stray away from the solid, realistic, even cartoonish type of things where there's a shape involved. I'm starting to really see the significance behind the unconventionalism behind it. Contemporary. Now, I will tell you, everything that I make definitely has emotion behind it. So there is, I guess, technically meaning associated with it. If you're going to tell me to make a story, I'm just going to BS a story. Because art is subjective, you can get a million things out of one thing. So I'm going to make up a million of those things on the spot. It'll be different to every single person that asks me. So take that as you will. You know, I hate that some of my art does not have like a meaning behind it. Sometimes I feel like a meaning has to be there all the time. But I also feel like, you know, especially in new age art is not really more of a visual thing more than it is a thing of meaning. And I kind of hate that because I don't like meaning. I don't like explaining, because if you tell me to put words behind a painting, I am going to choke. I do that all the time. Whenever I sell art in public and people are like, what's the meaning behind this? I'm like, I don't know. And I sit there somberly looking at my artworks, the ones with faces and the stories I can put behind them, and the why don't they have any eyeballs? Why are they all like, you know, are they like powering up? Like, what's going on here? Like, you have to tell me what's going on here. There's obviously a message behind this. What's your character doing? Looking at you, obviously. That's why he's faced towards you. That's why you see his entire face. Like, a lot of the times I don't know what I'm going to make until my pen hits the paper. And I think that's a good thing. I think it kind of lets your subconscious shine through a little bit more, kind of lets you know what is like in the folds of your inner self. What is hiding there? What is making a home there that you are unaware of? Because there's a lot of that. And it is good to clean it out once in a while. And I think art definitely helps with that. There's a lot of many uses of art. And this is one of them that I find very important and very useful. So do not stress yourself out over a meaning. Now, if you like to put meanings behind your pieces, then by all means continue to do so. Tell your story however you want. Sometimes I feel like for me, the art isn't more so of a storytelling method more than it is a how you identify with yourself and how can this piece help you do that. I guess that is a message in and of itself, isn't it? I'm so fucking brilliant. I just see like crab legs all over this. Maybe I like crabs.